Alrighty, what's up everybody? It is I, your tribal god of extreme, Peter Joseph here for a late Friday night video right here on the former home of the Gilmore Chronicles, now known as the evil and dark and scary Shadow's Lair 2.0. This is episode number 88 of the Shadow's Lair 2.0 series. Getting close to 100. Might get there by the end of the year. We'll see what happens with that. Got a couple more, we might get there before Christmas, so we'll see. We got a few more, pay-per-view predictions to do before we get to the end of the year. Some other stuff. We'll see what happens with that. But, thank you for watching episode 88 right here on the Shadow's Lair 2.0 series. I'm Peter Joseph. You knew that already, because I just said that 5 seconds ago. But thanks for watching. Make sure you like the video. Hit the subscribe button down below. Leave a comment if you wish, but you need stupid comments. Bye. You get sent to that shadow realm. Satan and Ozzy will eat your soul. And, you pretty much will be irrelevant. And if you don't like it, tough shit. And follow me on social media, Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. Hit that bell for more. And if you're here for the first time, well, welcome to the party, pal. We hope you enjoy the ride. Sit back, relax, grab that cold one, and enjoy the show. That's pretty much it. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, I'm tired from a long night of partying and, just bleh right now, so it is what it is. Alright, on episode number 88 of the Shadow's Lair series, it is time for your not late, but we're getting there. It is time for your Crown Jewel Perth, Australia predictions. Crown Jewel comes your way in just over 4.5 hours from now. So yeah, I'm doing this late, but when you see this, by the time you see this, the pay-per-view will probably be starting. So it is what it is. But Crown Fool comes your way in a few hours from Perth, Australia, at the RAC Arena, the RAC Arena in Perth. And, got a 5-match card. And, should be a good show. We got Bound for Glory on Sunday. And we'll see what happens with that. That looks like a better show, but, we'll see. We'll do those predictions, either tomorrow or early Sunday. But we'll see about that, because there is a big, huge storm coming to my area Sunday, pretty much all day Sunday and Monday and a little bit of Tuesday. So we'll see what happens with that. 25 to 30 mile an hour winds with a 60 mile an hour gusts. It's going to be raining like crazy. Let's get around 2, maybe 2.5 inches of rain by the time we hit Tuesday morning, Tuesday afternoon. Oy, oy, oy. I pray I don't lose power, but we'll see what happens with that. But tomorrow, later today, should be okay near, and pretty much near 70. So at least that's good. So, but just to get to do some stuff in the house and a little bit outside the house, and then we'll see what happens Saturday night. Because I do got some stuff Saturday night to do, so I'm busy, so, it is what it is, because you can't prove I don't go out, and then I don't have a life, so, I mean, it is what it is. It just boggles them. It makes me laugh how people slander me and make fun. You can make fun of me all you want, but you don't know my life, so kiss my ass. So it is what it is. Make fun of me, make fun of the woman, and I don't care. We really don't care. For your insults and comments and boring as fuck critique videos, and it is what it is. Oh, $200. Sorry, I got a cold. That's that. Alright, let's get to the predictions for Crown Fool tomorrow, coming up a few hours from now. Alright, as always, we take it from the Wikipedia page. And not in any particular order, or odor. In that odor? No. In that order. We get that. Alright, let's start off with the ladies. Why not? Let's start off with the ladies, because ladies are awesome. Alright, we got a tag team match player. And this is going to be very interesting to see what happens with that. We got Mommy Rhea Ripley, my brutality, and my third amazingly hot Asian wife, Io Sky. They team up as Rio, whatever you want to call them. They take on the Kabuki Warriors, my first and second amazingly hot Asian wives, Asuka. Nobody's ready for Asuka, we all know why, because she's on my dick. And the lovely Kylie Zane. Should be a great match. A lot of people saying that Kyrie might, I doubt it, but might abandon Asuka and then turn to and be with her sister Io. But I mean, I doubt it. But people say I've heard that Io might turn. I don't think she's gonna turn. It would be shocking if she turned and went with Asuka. Like, this is all a ruse. Like, when Asuka came back, said, I'm gonna win the Queen of the Ring! And then Io, when she had the title, says, I will be ready at SummerSlam. SummerSlam last year. Well, that never happened, really, but yeah. Everything was cool, and then, Asuka started, turning heel and everything. She started, her face paint changed. Now it's like, now she has like an evil scorpion face paint on. Still blowing that blue-green mist, which is, her specialty. And then poor Kyrie's in the middle of it. It feels like a Days of Our Lives episode. But, it's probably one of the best storylines right now. This is really the only good storyline we have right now in WWE. Because nothing else is just boring. Like I said, poor Kyrie is stuck in the middle. She's like, I don't want you, I want Io, I want us to be a family. And then Asuka's like, no, baka. And she's just like, brainwashing Kyrie and having her beat up Io, like we saw on Monday Night Raw this past Monday, beating the fuck out of her. And in her heart of hearts, she doesn't want to do it. And they're not really supposed to fight because they're family, but, the whole, whatever it is. But anyway, as far as my prediction, I'm going to go with Rhea and Io to beat Kyrie and Asuka. I think Kyrie might take the pin. It is what it is, and then maybe afterwards, Asuka's gonna, get really pissed. And it is what it is. That's that. So, I'm gonna go with Rhea and my third amazingly hot Asian wife, Io, or Riho, to get the win over Asuka and Kyrie. That's it. Alright, the other women's match is for the WWE Women's Crown Jewel title and ring. We got the Raw Women's Champion, La Primera, Stephanie Furcura, or Velcro. Oh yeah, man. Taking on, it's Tiffy time! Not now. It's late Tiffy time, so can't wake up daddy. So anyway, Tiffany Stratton against Stephanie Furcura. Should be a, fun match. They teamed up tonight against, yesterday if you're watching us, but they teamed up together to beat Julia and Kiana James in a boring as fuck tag team match. And then afterwards they stare at each other, look at the belt. And we get that. This could have been Stephanie and not Stephanie per se, but Naomi and Tiffy if Naomi didn't get knocked up, but good job, Jimmy. But Stephanie wins, even though it took, almost a month. She just got handed the belt, not have to face Io. She was the number one contender. I hate that. When somebody's the number one contender and the champion either gets hurt or has to vacate the title, they should just give it right then and there to the number one contender. Not have the number one contender fight another number one contender. It makes no freaking sense to me. Just give the belt to somebody. If there is no number one contender, then yeah, okay. Let's have a battle royal or some type of tournament. But if we have a number one contender, like I said, give them the belt. It makes no sense to have them fight and like, oh, I lost the title shot. Like, I'm the number one contender. Why do I have to fight somebody for the title? Why? Just give me the title. Just give me the title. Let me be the champion. Then I defend my belt that I rightfully got against that number one contender. But you know how wrestling is stupid. Too stupid. Too stupid. I'm not fond of tournaments except for the G1, but it is what it is. I'm not going to get into it anymore. Alright, this match should be pretty good. I'm going to go with Stephanie McCoy to win. I had her to win pretty much about a month or two ago. So I think Stephanie McCoy, who's had a great 2025 already, gonna pretty much put not a cap on it yet, but, you know, we've got 2 months to go. But she's gonna beat Tiffy. And Tiffy's gonna stay strong and stay SmackDown Women's Champion until somebody beats her, whether it be Julia or I don't know who. Ain't gonna be Nia Jax, God forbid. Now, we've seen Nia and Tiffy. It's done. Tiffy and Jade Cargill, done. Give me something new. And the only person I can see on the SmackDown roster that can face Tiffy is Alexa Bliss and Julia. And maybe Zelina Vega. That's it. Because if it's Tiffy and Chelsea Green, Tiffy wins that easy. Tiffy and Alba Fire, Tiffy wins that easily. Tiffy and Nikki Cross, I think Tiffy will win that. But I just don't know who would beat Tiffy at this point. People say Charlotte. Tiffy beat Charlotte at WrestleMania, so that's out of the water. Unless there's somebody from the Raw roster coming over to SmackDown, or somebody from NXT coming up. I don't know who. Maybe. I was gonna say Lola VIDS, but no, that's not gonna happen. Well, what happened to Poppy Priest today? Maybe Lola comes up and has a thing with Zelina Vega, but you know. Yeah, Australia saw some Kentucky Fried Damien, KFD. Fire! You know, all that shit. But watch my SmackDown review, by the way, the link will be down below. That's that. Alright, so Stephanie McCoy will win that. Alright, let's get into the men's matches. Why not? Let's get to John Cena taking on the phenomenal man who has great hair. Phenomenal one, AJ Styles. They're running this back from a couple years ago. Had a pretty good series. AJ won the first match. Cena won at the Royal Rumble to become 16-time champ. I think it was in 2021 or 22. So I believe this is their third match. I mean, you know, I just want to see AJ beat up John Cena. That's all I want. I don't care if Cena wins this match. I do not care. Because the next one on the list is, well, he's gonna probably have a match maybe at the next Saturday Night's Main Event, November the 1st. What that is, I don't know, but we all know that he's gonna face Walter on the last Saturday Night's Main Event of the year. That's December the 13th in Washington, D.C. He will be a part of the... Excuse me, I'm losing my voice here. Let me take a swig. Oh, by the way, teeth, dummy. I got my teeth fixed a couple months ago, so. Pay up, bitch. That's it. Anyway, alright, so, like I said, Cena's last match is against Walter. He will be at the, and Cena will be a part of the War Games team, which I read on Ringside News. It's going to be the Bloodline. Actually, Cena will not be part of the War Games match. He will be doing something else. Actually, I heard that the Saturday Night's main event match on November the 1st, is rumored, there's a rumor going around that Cena will face Dominic Guerrero SA for the Intercontinental title. The only title that Cena's never won. So they're gonna, I swear, if they make John Cena beat Dominic to end his reign, I'm gonna be really mad. I mean, great that he won the title that he never won, but him dethroning Dom? No. It should be somebody else besides Cena. Should have been really AJ Styles, who's gonna supposedly retire next year. If he does retire, let him retire at Mania, and then maybe put him in the Hall of Fame. But just for his TNA stuff, not for his, well, some for his WWE stuff as well, and his New Japan stuff. But probably won't be going to the Hall of Fame for like 5 to 10 years, 15 maybe, who knows, with the WWE Hall of Fame. Don't even get me started with that. We know Cena's getting in probably this year, who knows. Stephanie's already been announced. I wouldn't be surprised if Cena's gonna be the headliner. Maybe Vince gets in, maybe Shane McMahon gets in, but probably won't know the next participant for a while. But we get that. As far as this match, I'm going with AJ. Just because. Because Cena got destroyed by Brock. I mean, like I said, this match really doesn't prove anything to me. If Cena beats AJ, big fucking whoop. He beats Dom, become the Intercontinental Champion, big fucking whoop. Whatever he does at Survivor Series, I don't know, depends on what it is, don't care. If he's part of a War Games team with Roman and Punk, who knows? I don't think so, because I read that it's going to be the Bloodline. Pretty much it's going to be, Roman, Punk, Sami Zayn, Sami Zayn, Jey Uso, what did I say? Roman, Sami Zayn, Jey Uso, Punk, and a fifth guy, which could be Jimmy, or, I don't know why, but Eli Drake? Why? Why would you put Eli with them? Makes sense to have Jimmy there, but... And they're going to be taking on Seth Rollins, Braun Breaker, Bronson Reed, Brock Lesnar, I forgot the other, and Austin Theory, I read. Like, what? Austin Theory? He's going to be part of the Vision? What? I mean, just having Brock Lesnar in a cage with freaking Roman, just like, oy. Brock would destroy everybody in that. I hate to say it because of my tribal chief, but, you know. Remember the last time Roman and Brock were in a cage? Roman won the match. You know, Brock's foot technically hit the floor first, but they said Roman's back after the cage broke. They said Roman won because his back was on the floor first, even though it was halfway on the cage, and Brock's foot was on the floor. You could clearly see it. I know Issa was like, "Oh, I never saw that." Brock got robbed. I'm just being honest. Yeah, anyway. So we got that. So, yeah, I'm going to go with AJ to beat Cena. You're going to beat up John Cena, and that's it. What else do we got? Alright, for the Men's Crown Jewel Championship, we got Cody, MDK, Cody, you bitch, the SmackDown Unified Champion, or Undisputed WWE Champion, whatever you want to call it, takes on the Raw World Champion Seth freaking Rollins with the Oracle, the Fat Man. My name is Paul Heyman at ringside. Cody's beat Seth Rollins 3 times now. 3 times in a row. The storyline is just weak at best. Last week, they do the promo, and Paul is talking about prophecy. Shouldn't be saying that word, Paul, but I'll allow it. But it is what it is. Yeah, pretty much it is what it is, and that's that. So I'm going, the whole thing with Paul Heyman and Seth kind of being at odds, and Heyman saying, if you don't win, I'm gonna wonder why I picked you over Roman back at WrestleMania. And Seth, and then at the kickoff show, Seth just didn't want to talk. He just stood there and looked at Heyman as Heyman was praising him up the wazoo. Seth took off his glasses and said, I'm out of here. But I think it's all a ruse. I think Seth and Paul will make up somehow, and I think Seth Rollins is going to beat Cody, probably with help from Bronson Reed and Braun Breaker. That's how I feel, but that's it. So Seth Rollins will become the new men's Crown Jewel champion, because Cody already has it. If he wins, he stays that. He gets the belt again for the second year in a row, and he gets the ring for the second year in a row. So we get that. So I'm going to go with Seth to win, no doubt. That's it. Then the main event, ladies and gentlemen, an Australian street fight. We got my tribal chief, Roman freaking Reigns, taking on Big Bronson Reed. This is going to be a brutal match. Chairs, tables, I don't know, anything under the sink, down under, whatever they got down there. Gonna be crazy. I see Braun Breaker getting involved in this match. I just do. Maybe Jay comes out. Maybe Jimmy comes out. I know Jay's gonna come out definitely because he's loyal now to Roman, and Jimmy's like you should Jimmy's kind of like on the fence here and there, but I really think they're rehashing the original Bloodline storyline that was started in 2020. I think that's where we're going. We're getting one final Bloodline mega fucking storyline where eventually Roman will win the belt from Seth Rollins at WrestleMania 42 and go on a reign. Long. Not 13-16, 13-17. I would say maybe he gets it at WrestleMania 42, maybe loses it at 43, but I don't know. I don't know. We'll see what happens with that. But as far as this match goes, like I said, it's going to be brutal. We were making fun that a kangaroo will show up and kick somebody in the balls. I would love to see Roman do the kangaroo kick. I would mark the fuck out. He would do it way better than MJF. We need something that'll make the crowd go completely berserk. Like a kangaroo comes out and kicks somebody in the balls. Or they have like a gator pit and somebody gets thrown into the gator pit. Like in roller games circa 1987. They threw in a gator, game over! And you see the guy getting his leg almost chopped off. Well, not chopped, but bitten off. Oh, Cranky bit my fucking leg! Cranky bit me, fucking gator! Anyway, got that. So I'm gonna go to Roman. If Bronson Reed beats Roman, I think people are going to be pissed. Issa's included. And the fans in Australia and around the world will be super pissed. I know it's in Bronson Reed's hometown. But how many times have people in their hometown lost? Sasha Banks. Or Mercedes. Speaking of Mercedes, she won her 10th belt last night. 10! 10! She's tied Ultimo Dragon for most belts. She won some trinket title where she ended some bitch's 1,100 day reign as champ. I think it's called Body Slam fucking wrestling, whatever the fuck promotion it is. In Denmark. Fucking Denmark? Who cares? But yeah, now she changed her Twitter handle to Ultimo Monet. She's gonna probably parade that belt on Wednesday night. Nobody cares. It's a trinket. She's gonna start losing all those belts by, I doubt by the end of the year, but maybe into like middle of next year. I say by Double or Nothing next year she has no belts. Should be no belts Monet. It is what it is. That's that. Also, lots of releases earlier tonight. Wesley got released. I was a shock. I was like, what? Wesley wasn't doing anything with High Rise. You know, those two big guys, Tyson DuPont and Tariq Igve. He was basically doing nothing. So sucks that he got released. It would have been nice to have him do something else than stay with him and those two guys named, in High Rise or whatever that faction was. But I think Wesley's gonna go back to TNA and reform the Rascals again, even with Myron Reed in there. But so I have like a 4-man stable. But I think Wesley is better off going to TNA. I don't think Tony Khan would do anything with him. Maybe put him in Ring of Honor or some shit like that. I mean, we'll see what happens with that. Lots of LFG people got released as well. BJ Ray, bye. Good for you. You sucked anyway. Get him out. He's out. That Chinese lady, I forgot her actual name on the show, but I think her ring name was Jin Lin or something like that. She gone. She was in Evolve for like a couple of matches. Gone. Sonny Sorrell, gone. Hayes Jameson, gone. There's another guy named Jamar, I think it was Jamar. He gone. I didn't even remember him on LFG. But anyway, he gone. Stevie Turner, the Evolve GM, gone. I think that was it. I might have been a couple others. Somebody I know very well, Zeta Steele, is she didn't get released. She just left. She didn't want to be. She was a WWE ID, person, and she was in that group. What was that name of that group? Varsity. I think it was the Varsity House or some shit like that. She was part of it, but we didn't even see her on Evolve. In that group, we didn't see her. I was like, but anyway, Zeta's done with WWE. I'd love to see her back around my neck of the woods, become that promotion's champion once again. It'll be a shock if she comes back. Whatever the next shows are. I know they do one. I think they have one this weekend. I know they have one in November, and then I think their 17th or 18th year anniversary is coming up in December. I wouldn't be surprised if we see she comes back there and defeats the women's champion because she's the Puerto Rican champion. I forgot her name, but some weird name. But I think she's gonna go back to the Indies, and maybe go back to that promotion in my area, like I said, or go. She's a part of CCW, not GCW. CCW, Combat Zone, where she had a freaking feud with, I forgot who. She beat the fuck out of him. Both of them got the fucking shit beat out of them, but CCW's not the same CCW we know and love way back in the day. They still do Tournament of Death. But, most of the shows now are really tame. Not the same CCW, but they still do Tournament of Death. I think that, I don't know if, I think they still do Cage of Death, but I haven't seen them. Like I said, I don't think they do it anymore, but... Because now GCW is basically the rip-off. They rip off CCW's old school style so much, but they elevate it to ultra violence. It's just crazy. And I saw it for the third time because I went to the two that are at that Hammerstein, not the Hammerstein ballroom, and then I went to the one earlier in July. So I hope to come back to the New York area. I'd love to go see them again, but I know I think they're doing a show in Atlantic City. I don't know if I'm gonna go to that one, but I don't know. But anyway, yeah. So just shocking releases earlier last night with Wesley gone, Stevie Turner gone, and most of the LFG people that they were never gonna use anyway. P Nasty's still there, but well, she has a different name now, but we know her as P Nasty. I think she's doing some stuff in Evolve. Danny Solinsky's on NXT now. Shiloh Hill is on NXT now because they won LFG. I don't know when I'm gonna see them. Maybe before Halloween Havoc, or maybe after that. I don't know, but depends on what Shawn Michaels uses them for, but I mean, Jasper Troy, we won LFG Season 1, and then he had that little feud with Oba, and then with Ricky, and then that's it. Last time we saw him was this past Tuesday. I think it was like this past Tuesday or last Tuesday. No, last Tuesday. When they were trying to pick the final member of Team NXT, Jasper gets up, I'll do it. And he just says, and then I think Jasper says, sit down. But yeah, so I don't know what what they're gonna do with Jasper Troy. Even Tyra May Steele had that thing with Tavion Heights and Chelsea Green and Ethan Page. I don't know what they're gonna do with her. And then you got the winners this year. You got Shiloh and Danny Solinsky. By the way, thank you for the follow, and you too, Shiloh. Thank you for the like and the all the good shit. But see, people like me. Oh yeah. They don't like you. I'm like, whatever. Anyway, so yeah, that's that. Anyway, back to Crown Jewel. Roman's gonna beat Bronson Reed. If not, there's gonna be a riot. People say Jimmy's gonna screw Roman because he's jealous. I doubt it. I highly doubt it. Jimmy is a heel. I mean, we've seen that in a tag team, but not as a solo guy, but we'll see what happens with that. Alright, anyway, let me end this thing really quick because it's, that time. Alright, so my final predictions, ladies and gentlemen, running down, I got Seth Rollins to beat Cody, to become the new Crown Jewel champion for the men. For the women, I got Stephanie Vaccaro to beat Tiffy Stratton. AJ Styles to beat John Cena, beat him up. I got Mommy Rhea Ripley and Io to beat Asuka and Kairi. I think Kairi might turn, may not turn, who knows. And then in the main event, my tribal chief, Roman Reigns, will destroy Bronson Reed. And that's it. Leave me your predictions down below in the comment section of the video with your predictions for Crown Jewel. And that's it. And then we'll see what happens in a couple hours with that. So it's at 8 a.m. Probably won't end. It's 5 matches, so maybe some segments in between. I think most of the matches will last about 15, 20 minutes. There's going to be some special entrances, so I know that's going to take a little bit longer, so but they're gonna probably fill at least 2, maybe 2.5 hours. So the pay-per-view will probably end about 10, maybe 10:30-ish. So we could have our breakfast, watch the pay-per-view, and then pretty much go back to sleep. Unless you got something to do after that. But, after that, really no wrestling until Collision at 8 on TNT. So you can watch college football, watch game 1 of the, I think it's tomorrow. Is this tomorrow? I think it's tomorrow. The NLCS between the Dodgers and, Game 5 is tomorrow of the Brewers Cubs series, I believe. Can't believe that's Game 5. I can't believe that. I mean, tonight, holy shit. Seattle and the Tigers went 15 innings. And the Mariners pulled it out. They go to the ALCS against Toronto. That will begin on Sunday in Toronto. I believe it's in Toronto. Yeah, it's in Toronto. So now the NLCS begins on Monday, and it's the Dodgers versus the Brew Crew or the Cubs. But Game 5 is in Milwaukee, so I don't know. We'll see. I'm losing my voice. Holy shit. Ugh. You know what sucks is I got the flu shot, by the way. Yeah, I'm getting naked. Got the flu shot. So, and now I was feeling the effects from it. I had a humongous migraine. My nose was like runny-ish. Now my throat's killing me. I don't think it's from that. I think it's just because I'm yelling and screaming like a banshee. But it is what it is. But get your flu shot. If not, you're fucked. So get it now, because most places have it. And some pharmacies are asking for a prescription now. I'm like, why do you need a prescription for the flu shot? I can understand a shingle shot, but the flu shot, really? I guess it depends on your pharmacy. My pharmacy, I need a prescription, which makes no fucking sense to me. So I'm like, fuck that. Let's either go to my doctor or go to urgent care, which I went to today, because it was right near I had a doctor appointment earlier, which is like right down the block from urgent care. So did my doctor appointment, went right to urgent care, and then had to do some shopping, and then came home, and then went to sleep. And then I went out with the missus, of course, so crazy, but please get your flu shot now, because it's that time. It's October the 11th, as of this video, October the 11th, so we got pretty much 2 months and 9 or 10 more days to the official start of winter, which is right before my birthday, so it was crazy. Well, I think it's the 21st usually. That's when the winter solstice hits. Right before Christmas. Oh, we got that. Alright, guys, I'm out of here. Thanks for watching. And I'm Peter Joseph signing off. Until next time, if you're not down with that, I got 3 words for you. Go to bed, and I also got 3 more words for you. Fuck you, man. That's it. Until next time, peace.